Welcome to the latest Mango Report. One world, many minds, and now many machines. As artificial intelligence grows more powerful, a pressing question looms. Who decides how AI is trained? And are there global standards guiding this process? The short answer is no. The deeper answer, it's complicated and profoundly human. Today on the Mango Report, AI Edition, we explore why the world hasn't agreed on a unified way to train artificial intelligence and what this tells us about ourselves. What does it mean to train an AI? At its core, training is about feeding vast amounts of data into mathematical systems so AI can learn patterns, generate responses, or make decisions. This data flows from books and tweets, forums and medical journals, songs, court rulings, videos, pictures, films, and the endless noise of the internet. Implicit in this data are our cultural, linguistic, and ideological biases. When we train an AI, we are not just teaching it to compute. We are handing it a mirror showing it what humanity looks like, in pixels and paragraphs. You think something this powerful would be regulated like nuclear energy or pharmaceuticals. So why are there no global standards? The reasons run deep. Mankind has struggled to reach a basic consensus on core human values. What should AI reflect? Freedom of speech or protection from harm? Transparency or proprietary advantage? Cultural plurality or global uniformity? Different nations respond differently, and even within their borders, the answers are not always straightforward. An AI trained in the US may prioritize open expression. An AI trained in China may emphasize social stability. Whose truth becomes the standard? AI isn't just a tool, it's a national asset and data is national power. Data, we can claim, is the new oil. No country wants to give up its edge in what may define the next century. Global standards require cooperation. But geopolitics runs on competition. Philosophy and all its descendants move at a snail's pace, while technology races ahead at warp speed. Ethical consensus takes years, sometimes centuries. AI forces us to answer ancient questions with modern urgency. What constitutes justice, goodness, and wrongdoing, and who determines these standards? We're building machines faster than we can agree on what they mean. Can AI be trained neutrally? Many argue that AI should be objective, trained on data without bias. But here's the philosophical catch: there is no such thing as neutral data. Every dataset reflects the world as seen by someone. History written by winners. News filtered by algorithms. What we measure is shaped by what we value. Even the decision to remove bias is a value judgment. AI's training involves frameworks, not just facts. And frameworks are human construct. So, to standardize AI training, we would need to standardize humanity's values. It's not just difficult, it might be something we shouldn't want and perhaps can't achieve. So then what unfolds in the absence of standards? The danger isn't just technical, it's moral fragmentation. One may view transgender rights as a fundamental freedom. Another, trained elsewhere, may suppress even the mention. One model may promote open elections. Another may subtly reinforce authoritarian talking points. Without global standards, we risk creating a patchwork of machine ideologies, each shaped by the hands that trained them. And as AI systems integrate into education, law, healthcare, and governance, this fragmentation becomes not just digital but existential. What's the alternative? Total standardization might flatten cultural nuance. But total fragmentation invites chaos. So perhaps the future lies in a middle path. Global agreements on core AI values, transparency, accountability, and non-discrimination, with flexibility for cultural interpretation. Think of it like a constitution, not rigid code but living principles. Not universal control, but collective conscience. The absence of global AI standards is not just a policy gap. It is a philosophical mirror. It reflects our inability as yet to agree on what kind of world we're building. Not just for humans, but for the minds we're making in our image. So maybe the question isn't, why don't we have global AI standards? But rather, can we build machines with shared values before we have shared values ourselves? Until then, every AI system carries the fingerprints of its creators. And through them, the future remains up for grabs. Drop a comment below. Do you think we need one global AI code of ethics? Or should each region build its own? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more thinking that makes machines and minds matter.